This is a really, really interesting set of Hashgachah Pratis. I'm learning right now the Gemaras and Brachas, which are talking about different dream interpretations, and it's a well-known thing that a dream is 1/60th of Nevuah, of prophecy, and prophecy oftentimes has to do with knowing what's going to be in the future on this idea. So last 2 nights ago, I had a really interesting and intriguing dream that really it hit me to such an extent that I wrote a note about the dream here on my. You can see this is my WhatsApp chat that I send things to myself, things that I want to remember for the day, things that I want to be able to look back at. And I had written down a a dream that I had as I was waking up that morning. And the dream went like this. I was in a car with my cousin Adam, and as we were driving, it was a place that I've never been before. I asked my cousin, "Where are we going?" And as I asked him that, I noticed the land kind of forming differently. And I said to him, "Oh, are we going to a golf course?" He said, "Yes." And just as a aside, I don't have anything to do with golf. I went to the driving range in my life, but golfing, I've only been to par three courses. I've never been to a big course. I've only been to two of them. It's not something that I ever think about. So back in, I said to him, "Oh, that's so cool. We bring me to a golf course. I hope it's a par three course, a short course, because I don't have time to do this." And he said to me, "No, no, no. This is a big course, a big 18-hole course." I said to him, "I probably only have time to do 3 holes." And he just kept on driving. He smiled and continued driving or something like that. So as we're driving, this golf course is turning into a Gan Eden, into a Garden of Eden. Absolutely wondrous course. I'm talking about each, it was actually on an elevation, like on a mountain. And each, you would say, like hole number one was at the top of the mountain. And there was a flatter area to go golfing on the first hole. And then you would go down a little bit further on the mountain. Then the second hole, go a little further on the mountain. And third hole, it was a really, really incredible golf course. Never seen such a thing in real life because there is not such a thing in real life, I don't think. And he eventually brings me all the way up to the top of this golf course. I'm in awe. And now I'm in a little, very dingy office, very similar to like the driving range offices that I've been to in my life. But the people there are nice and they're friendly. And a young girl, a 12-year-old girl, comes up to me, and I'm holding in my hand 2 irons, which are clubs that you use for shorter shots. And she says to me, "Would you like to go golfing?" And I think to myself, how am I going to be able to afford a place like this? There's got to be so much money to go golfing here. And so I say to her, "How much does it cost?" And she says to me, $30. I say, "Oh, $30? Simcha, I could do that. I happily do that. I'll go golfing." She said, "But do you have a bag of clubs for me?" Thinking to myself, the only club that I know how to hit with kind of is a driver. And I've got these 2 old, raggedy irons in my hand. And she says to me, "No, we don't have a set of clubs. So you can use those irons that are in your hand." And I said, "I'm sorry. No, thank you." So then I'm like, wait a second. Now I got to get back down this mountain and I have things to do. How am I going to get down? And I'm walking around this little office. I see a I see a couple of people. I'm actually thinking, is there any kosher food here? I, I see some people in this room and I ask them, how do I get down? They tell me how to. And I start to walk down. The next thing I know, it's nighttime. I just got down the mountain. And at the bottom of the mountain, there's a taller man that's walking in front of me. He's got a number of yarmulkes on his head. And all of a sudden I realize I'm in Yerushalayim. I'm in Jerusalem. And I'm wondering, who is this person? So eventually, as I'm walking, very soon thereafter, he turns around, says to me, "Hey, would you like a ride somewhere?" I said, Yeah, sure. And he says, where would you like to go? I said to him, I'd like to go to Mayanot. Okay, I could take you there. Follow me. So I'm following him, and at the edge of this parking lot, there's a kind of like a wall that's blocking off the parking lot from the street. There's a wall, then there's like a little dip in the wall that you can walk on, then there's another wall, and then there's the street. And this guy, he just goes and he jumps over the wall very easily, and then it's my turn. And at first, I'm having a hard time getting over. Can't swing my legs over. I try again, and maybe like the second or third time I get over the wall, I wake up. There was something about this dream that I don't know. I felt like I needed to hold on to this dream. Something about it was just maybe special, invoked my curiosity. So at 5:13 in the morning here, you can see I wrote exactly the dream. It was with my cousin Adam. I asked him for a ride. He took me to a beautiful area. It ended up being a golf course, right? I asked him for his par three, just like everything that I said to him. Right, I got to the bottom. There was a man younger than me, had a few yarmulkes, but it wasn't weird. You get the point. I was wondering, what's with this dream? Golf. What does it have to do with my life? What is this? I don't know. Something about it. 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning. Here you can see there's a set of text messages from someone that recently moved from Eretz Israel to Milwaukee saying, same day, Tuesday, February 13th, 8:31 a.m. Does Hill High have a boys golf team? When I saw that, I was like, what? I literally haven't spoken to a person about golf in many years, many years. And all of a sudden, the day of the dream, the morning of the dream, someone messaged me, does Hill High have a boys golf team? I say, no. Do you think there would be demand to start one? I'd like to be the coach. I say, totally. I can't believe this. I had a dream about golf last night. So this is like one of those little winks, so to speak, one of those smiles from Hashem. And now, Imran Hashem try to put together a golf team for the school, which would be an absolutely amazing thing. I would imagine, similar to the idea of the two irons, it's going to be hard to get golf clubs. It's an expensive sport. Which golf course is going to let us use it for practices, right? But perhaps Hashem will provide the school with what it needs, and specifically the kids with what it needs in order that they can have a good outlet. And when did this come about? When did this dream come? And then the message come? The day which marked the end of our basketball season, which is our only sport. And golf is supposed to start in about a month. Crazy, huh?